his cases.
For the Samsung?
No, 10.
Plus
10.
That's good enough. Moving on. These are cases that I bought. Most of these come from Amazon. Then they're the lesser reviewed cases, but they've all got 4-star plus. And just to let you know, so I don't have to use the wireless charging every time, they all work with wireless charging and they all work with the reverse wireless charging. These are my headsets, and I can put these on the back of the phone with the case on and they do charge. But it is advised by Samsung that you should take the case off when you actually do that. I'm sure most of you won't, but that's a separate thing. So these are a few cases, and my girlfriend thinks I'm a nutcase, so that's another case. So getting on with the show. This is the case my Note 10 Plus came with in the box. You probably don't recognize it for a number of reasons, and I'll explain those in a few seconds. Actually, not a bad little case. I was looking for a few features, and I'll go through those in a minute, but this is the case that came with it. Clips in very easy. I know in some countries I don't think you got this case, but it's a nice little case. And the only thing I really didn't like, was firstly it's a fingerprint magnet, which I really dislike. Secondly, on the back it had absolutely no grip. So what I've done is I've got these sticky things that I've mentioned about earlier on one of my other videos, and I put them on the back, and as a result now I've got grip there, and if I put it down it's not going to move anywhere. But it's still a fingerprint magnet, and the sticky things I refer to, like this, gives a lovely grip by the way, don't stay on the sides. I did think about permanently gluing them, and I may end up with that depending on how I feel about these other cases. So let's go on with what I've done here. So what, for me, the important things were, they all work with wireless charging, they all work with reverse wireless charging. Most of these, if not all of them, have the, what do you want to call it, the border, or at the bottom, the protection at the bottom, like so. As a result, if you're using the swipe, which I'm not, I'm still using the 3 buttons, the swipe is not so easy to use, so bear that in mind. I'm also looking at the ease of use for the pen, S Pen. Some of them it doesn't come out very good at all, very badly designed. Some of them have very, very little lips on the top, so when you put it down, the glass will hit the table and they're going to scratch. So following things I'm looking for, not in any particular sequence. They've got to be a good tight fit. They've got to offer some protection. I am looking for a lightweight case, mainly for scratches, and hopefully I don't drop the phone, but I'm sure I will. But some protection, got to be lightweight. The corners got to be well made. Wi-Fi charging, as I mentioned. And the key thing for me, and it may not be for you, is the grip. I actually do like a good grip on the sides of the phone. It's probably great for Samsung if you keep on letting it drop and fall out of your hand, but it's not too good for anyone else. So this is a case that came with it. I've already talked about that. Actually, not a bad case, especially for the price, which is free. I will take this one off. And you also notice, though, on the back, it has the one big hole, which I think I prefer because it's easier to clean that lens like that. So let me just take this one off. Okay, here we go. Come on. Not easy to do sitting down. Okay, this one is now officially, and it's a good fit, as you can tell, a great fit. Done. That's that one. The next one is by Spigen. This is probably the only brand that you would have heard of during this basically reviews. This is called the Liquid Air by Spigen. Got very good reviews. This is it. And it's got what they call, and most of these other cases do have it, but not all, the air. So the idea is because of these grooves, it gives you a little bit of air, so when you drop the phone, if you ever do, hopefully you don't, you've got a little bit more protection. Hopefully you can see that if I move it around. And I'm going to pop it in, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in. Okay. Very lightweight case, as I mentioned. It's got a lovely textured back, nice little grip. One big hole for the camera, easy cleaning. It's got a lip. I like a bit bigger, but the lip on this is fine. It will pass the test. It's not going to hit the glass first. It's excellent in that response. It's got a, let's see if you can see it. I'm going to move the camera real close. It's got a groove along there. You can just about feel it, but it does help the grip. Great little case. It doesn't add any weight to it, or any size, any bulk. And the pen comes out very nice. All the holes are perfectly cut and very well made. Excellent case. Probably my second choice as a case. That's it. So that's that one. And again, they all work with all the other criteria I mentioned. If anything, I'm a bit worried about how it's not a particularly tight fit. So I hate to think if I drop it, it could come out, but I'm sure that's not the case. Well, I'm not sure, but hopefully. The next one, which I'm very, very, very impressed by, probably the one I'm going to go with. Again, from Amazon. This is the name of it. I can't even pronounce it. EUASOO, something like that. But I'll put the box there for a few seconds so you can see it. And it's a bit thicker than all the others. I'll just put my phone down so I compare it to the Spigen. So you can see it is a little bit thicker. You can't feel the difference really in the weight. This one is a more firm case, probably a lot more protection. It's still got some of the air thing that I talked about to give you extra protection. It does add a bit to the width as well. It is, again, if I compare it, let me just line it up exactly to the Spigen. You can see it actually does add just a fraction extra to the width of the whole thing, but it's very well made. It reminds me of a spec case, and what I do like about this case, what I really like about this one, are the grips on both sides. Let me move it up and down so you can see that. Very, very nice. And this case gets extra points. It's the only one, I'm going to show you this. It's in there. That is a firm fit. Again, it's got a lovely lip there and there. Very, very good grip. Hopefully the camera can see it. There it is. Being nodded by my camera person here. Is it okay? You got that in? Okay. Great little case. And what I like about this one, it could be a plus or minus. I think it's a plus, because all the Samsung nice leather cases that cost $50 thereabout, they don't have anything at the bottom, so completely unprotected. Makes it easier to swipe, and also to take the pen out. This one is by far is the easiest one to take the pen out. Again, if you look at the corner, they've taken away the rubber stroke plastic bit here. They've put a bit more on the top, but now this is the easiest one to take the pen in and out, because you can use your nail right on the corner there to do it. Very, very nicely designed. Excellent company, excellent product. I think they're new in the business, I don't know, but it feels good. There's absolutely no movement here. You can't make it move. And you can see it's a bit thicker than most of the others by looking at the camera lens. So that gets my high marks. If I had a comment, I would love to see a little bit of rubber in the middle built in, so when you put it down on something, it wouldn't slide. But other than that, first class. Next one is, I'll put that there. Here's one you probably haven't seen a review of. It is called Nillkin, Nillkin, not from Amazon. This I got from China. Nice packaging. By the way, they all come in nice packaging, but I'm not going to open boxes. I think that's a total waste of time. So this is the case. Very light, probably as light, yeah, as light as the Spigen. And if you listen, it's got a nice texture here. Their logo here. It's got the two for the cutouts, if you like, for the camera. I don't like it so much. It may give a bit more protection, but very difficult to get in there with the cleaning cloth. So, but it has the grip there, but frankly, you can't really feel it when it's in your hand. And I'll put the phone in. Let's see. 1, 2. There. It's now in there. And very, very little lip. I mean, I'm not even sure. Let me see if you can actually see that. From there to the glass, it is very small in comparison to cases like the Spigen, much bigger lip. And that would be a major concern. The grip's not really there. The cutouts are fine, they are good. But going back to what I mentioned earlier, this one's a bit more difficult to get the pen in and out because they have done a better job with the protection, but definitely more difficult to put it in and out. You've got to use your nail. But again, all these cases are under 20 bucks. Some are even under 10 bucks. So very inexpensive, and you've got a big selection. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these cases. But you can't see these in the shop. So the only way, you have to order a few and find the one that you like the best. Not bad, good value. It's probably one of the cheapest ones here. I did like the texture. It doesn't show fingerprints. None of these show the fingerprints. This one is another Nillkin. And what I liked about this one is interesting. It came with this. And I'm thinking, what is that? Actually, and it's almost worth it just for this alone. Let's see if I can do this. How do I do that? It takes a few seconds to work it out. And it should be, voila, I did it. It's like a puzzle. Opens up, and then it just broke. Well, it hasn't broke, I'm sure it hasn't broke, but not well built then. I'll put that back. Okay, there it is. Now it locks in place. And the idea is, I don't know how strong this is going to be. You take your phone, and now you've got a little thing to... On the other hand, this may not be... It did work fine, and I'm not going to dismiss it. Maybe it's operator error, but it did come for free. Anyway, talking about the case that came with it. Beautiful colour. What's this one called? This one is called... Look, even came with instructions how to use that thing. And this is the Nillkin, and it is called Super Frosted Shield. Plastic, but it feels like metal actually, but it's a very hard plastic. The other one's definitely softer. This is quite firm, really, really, really thin, if you can see that. If I put my 2 fingers there, you might be able to see how thin that is. Very, very thin. Let me see, yep. And once again, lovely texture. But I don't know why the companies do a lovely texture on the back, but on the sides, absolutely no texture, very slippery, and more importantly, absolutely no protection where the buttons are because it's a complete cutout. I will put it in to show you, but it's a beautiful looking thing. Clips in, adds absolutely no weight. It's very, very nice to look at. Very nice. Very beautiful. And once again, the lip is so small. It really, no, it doesn't even pass the glass test. It may do, but it's hit and miss. You don't want to put it down. But I thought if they could actually make it so you have the grip, that continuation of the grip all the way along the side, and make a bigger lip, this would have been the case to go with. It's a fantastic, the back is lovely. I got to tell you, the back, I'm digging the back, great back. So now take it off. And this one is a very tight fit, very tight fit. Hey, not easy, but beautiful case in that respect. Last one. This is from Amazon. It's called a fashion case. That's all it's called. Very strange. Got good reviews. Again, very inexpensive. That's this one here. Again, it has the air technology. I have no idea if this air technology thing works or not. And you can, again, just hear it if I do that. Nice cutouts. Put it in. Very, very light. They're all very light. And again, this is a strange case. It's got a nice grip there. Very nice grip. Nice cutouts. It's got a little bit of a rim. I'd like to see it a fraction bigger, but it has got a rim. But the strange thing is, and I don't know why they've done that, and it'd be best if I take this off to show you this case. See, this is how the case should come out. Maybe not, but if I show you the case, I don't know if you can see that, but where the buttons are, they're cut out. You can actually see straight through them, which means that probably is going to allow in dust and God knows what else. So not impressed by that unless I know there's a reason that gives it more protection. I just don't understand why they've done that. But everything else on this is good. Normal cutouts at the back, easy to take the pen out. Great case for the money. Just a bit strange about that. Bit warm where I am today filming this for your benefit. So make sure you subscribe. I'm going through a lot of heat. So as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm doing a lot of Samsung or mainly Android phones reviews and reviews on hardware. My previous video, one of them was talking about, I can't believe I'm saying this, about dongles. I had to buy 5 dongles from different shops and companies to find one that works with the Note 10. They don't all work. This is the genuine Samsung ones, but most of the others do not work. And if they did work, they didn't work very well. This, I've had the AirPods, and this is a different one, which I may do a review of, from a company called Conoco. Very nice the way it light up, very lightweight. They got probably the highest reviews on YouTube for less than 50 bucks. What makes them pretty unique is USB at the back, so you can actually use this as a power bank to charge any other device. It also unfortunately comes with the old-fashioned connector here for charging it, but you don't really need to do it because it is wireless charging. Not only is it wireless charging, you can use this, of course, on the Note 10 on the back to charge it like so. Great little device, but I haven't given it a complete review yet. But if you want me to, I will. That's that. I think I've covered all the points. Let me know if you'd like me to review anything else. Let me know your comments, your thoughts, and I hope to see you soon. That was a long video. Thanks for putting up with me. See you soon.
Please subscribe.